storm mode.
Good morning. It is 8:40. We are in storm mode. We have a severe thunderstorm warning in effect to the west of Madison. It is over Crawford County. We'll start you off with some radar. You can see a line of thunderstorms moving into the southwest part of the state now. These are big thunderstorms producing very heavy rainfall and frequent lightning. And those thunderstorms are heading toward the south central part of the state. So we are going to keep a very close eye on these. Biggest threat earlier this morning was large hail. I think with this line, we're looking at a threat of strong winds, and there have been wind gusts in excess of 60 miles per hour already. We just had another severe thunderstorm posted, and let's get to the warnings for you. And you can see where we're talking here now. We have Crawford County as well as Richland and Grant County under severe thunderstorm warnings at this point. And the one for Richland County and Grant County is in effect until 9:30. So this warning for Grant County and Richland County in effect until 9:30. It affects the cities of Boscobel, Lancaster, Platteville, and Richland Center. A population of approximately 54,000 plus people affected by that warning. We also have a severe thunderstorm warning that is in effect for Crawford County, and that is in effect until 9 o'clock, so another 18 and a half minutes or so. That affects just about 12,000 people. This line of severe thunderstorms is making its way to the east-northeast, traveling at about 35 miles per hour, actually more easterly than east-northeasterly, traveling at about 35 miles per hour. So let's get some radar up there and we can track the storms for you, and we'll zoom in a little bit closer before we do track them. We'll get in on those counties in southern Wisconsin that are being affected by this severe thunderstorm. And the heaviest rainfall right now is over Crawford County, and it is moving to the east, maybe even a little southeasterly movement to those severe thunderstorms. So we'll pause it for you and track this line of thunderstorms. The heaviest, or the strongest winds, I should say, typically are just out ahead of the heaviest rainfall. So we'll put them about a mile or two out ahead of the thunderstorm itself, and we'll track this to the east at about 30 miles per hour, and you can see the cities that are going to be affected and the time frame we're looking at. About 18 minutes from Earlville, 33 minutes from Richland Center, 40 minutes from Lancaster, and 52 minutes from Lone Rock. So that's the track that these storms are taking. You can see that over the to the southwest of here, we'll travel along the line. You can see an enhanced area over a portion of Iowa now. All those areas that are magenta more than likely are seeing large hail as well. These thunderstorms moving to the east at about 35 miles per hour. So we'll get the radar moving for you again and pull things out a bit so you can get a little better view of what's going on as this moves toward the state of Wisconsin. Again, this bow echo type shape we're talking about is typically a signature that we would look for strong winds. And again, they're typically just out ahead of the main line of thunderstorms. Now moving into the northwest part of Grant County, Crawford County, you've probably already seen your strongest winds that you're going to see. What you will see from here on out, very frequent lightning as well as very heavy rainfall. This rainfall upwards of an inch per half an hour in some of the enhanced areas. So there could be some issues with flooding. As a matter of fact, the National Weather Service has posted a flood warning in effect for Crawford County as well. And you've got probably 45 minutes of very heavy rainfall coming up from beginning to end. That's already obviously started over Crawford County. Back edge of the heavy rainfall still about 40 miles away over northeastern Iowa. These are the areas that I was talking about that may be producing some very large hail, at minimum, very, very heavy rainfall. But usually when you get that magenta, you're talking at least some hail, and there could be some hail upwards of an inch in diameter, golf ball sized hail or so moving through central to eastern Iowa right now. So we're going to follow this line of thunderstorms, which this line is a big wind producer, and those strong winds are starting to cross over now into Richland County. Probably haven't quite made it to Richland Center, but if you are in Richland County, now is the time to seek shelter. Same goes for at least the northern and western parts of Grant County. So do seek shelter immediately in those areas. These are damaging winds, 60 plus miles per hour. There have been reports of trees down and structural damage across parts of southern Minnesota and northern Iowa. As a matter of fact, I'll step off. I'll show you some of the damage reports that we have gotten in with these thunderstorms. These, when I got in this morning, 4 o'clock or so, we were seeing damage across southern Minnesota and northern Iowa at that time. So we'll move to the west a little bit, get rid of the radar, and show you the damage reports. These are local storm reports that we have had throughout the morning hours, and we're going to have to pause this when it gets to the end, and we'll zoom in on some of them for you. The reports that you see are mainly wind and hail reports, and we can pick one or two of these and see exactly what they are. In Crawford County, this is a report of hail size of just over 1¼ inches. That's some big hail. That'll do some roof damage and damage automobiles. This report came in at 7:46, and you can see that there are many of these reports over Crawford County. This is another hail report, just under 1 inch. So that's approximately golf ball sized hail in the Prairie du Chien area. And you can see all the reports we have back across Minnesota and Iowa. These are the reports that have come in. Now, obviously, many people see severe weather or have damage from severe weather that don't report it. But I just wanted to show you some of those that we are seeing and how numerous they are. Some flooding being reported in Clayton County, that's far northeastern Iowa, just across the Mississippi River. Some flash flooding taking place there now, and I would expect to see a lot of flooding. You know, we talk about the severe weather, and that's our big focus as of right now. We've got to get through the severe weather, but we also have to watch out for flooding. These are very heavy rainfall coming through, and an extended period of heavy rainfall in some cases, again, over Crawford County, and we'll zoom in a little closer on the southwest part of Wisconsin now, so we can get a closer look at some of those thunderstorms that are moving through. We'll freeze it for you as well. And these areas that have 50, 60 mile wide areas of heavy rainfall extending from Richland County all the way back through Crawford County and into the northeastern part of Iowa, Clayton County, Iowa. This is rainfall of 1 inch per hour, in some cases 1 inch per half an hour of rainfall, and that's moving through Crawford County now. This is the second storm that has made its way through Crawford County, so there was already about 1 inch of rain, and now we're going to throw another inch plus on top of that, maybe as much as a couple inches. So flash flooding, a big issue there. It will become more of an issue west to east across the state of Wisconsin. We have had some thunderstorms in the Madison area as well, but this big line is heading toward us. It's showing no signs of weakening. It may have weakened a little bit from what it was about 2 hours ago over western Minnesota, but the atmosphere is very unstable over the southern part of Wisconsin, and I would expect this to hold its own as it moves through. So we have Richland, Grant, and Crawford counties under severe thunderstorm warnings, with the biggest threat damaging winds in excess of 60 or even 70 miles per hour. So again, structural damage, trees coming down with these thunderstorms as they move from west to east across the region. So eventually, as this holds together, moving east-southeastward, we are going to see Iowa County and Lafayette County be issued warnings here. I can't imagine that this is going to weaken enough, especially Iowa County. There may be a few questions about Lafayette County, but Iowa County, I think, will get a severe thunderstorm warning posted probably within the next half hour if they continue to hold together. Obviously, we're looking toward the city of Madison and Dane County, perhaps Sauk County and Greene County as well. So we'll put it in motion for you again, and then we'll take one last look at the warnings before we send it back to network programming, and you can get back to the Today Show. But, you know, you can see that first one right there that made its way through southern Crawford County. That was the hail producer. I'm going to pause it for you right there. This thunderstorm, as it moved through southern Crawford County, was the one that did produce the hail, and we saw 1 inch plus diameter hail as that moved just north of the Wisconsin River through southern Crawford County. Now we're looking at the second line of thunderstorms. This is the wind producer, and strong winds in excess of 60 miles per hour across a widespread region. And again, this is the general area you look for the strong winds, where this line is. Roughly a mile or two out ahead of the heaviest rainfall is where you'll get those downdrafts from the thunderstorms that will spill out ahead of the heaviest rainfall. And this is the area where you could see brief gusts of 60 plus miles per hour. Those quick hits of wind are the ones that do the damage. Roof damage, structural damage, tree damage with this line as it moves into southern Wisconsin. So we'll put it in motion for you one more time, and you can watch that move in. Now we'll take one last look at those warnings for you. Severe thunderstorm warnings in effect for Crawford County until 9 o'clock, another 8.5 minutes or so. A good portion of Richland County under a severe thunderstorm warning until 9:30, and all of Grant County under a severe thunderstorm warning, that also in effect until 9:30 this morning. If you'd like more weather, be sure to tune in to 15.2. That is Charter Cable Channel 192. I'm going to send our regular channel back to network programming. I will continue on our weather channel, 15.2, again, Charter 192. If you have AT&T or Dish, you will have to look for that channel, but we will continue with weather updates. I would suggest if you are in Grant, Crawford, or Richland County, you seek shelter, and if you are in a basement that has a TV, do tune in to Charter 192 15.2. Back to the Today Show. We will be cutting in, though, as needed throughout the morning hours. And we continue on channel 15.2, and we will run over the warnings for you one more time. Severe thunderstorm warning in effect for another 7.5 minutes for Crawford County in southwest Wisconsin. We also have a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for Richland and Grant counties. You can see the area enhanced in yellow. This is Richland County. This is Grant County under severe thunderstorm warnings until 9:30 this morning. We also have a severe thunderstorm warning in effect over northeastern Iowa, Delaware, and Dubuque counties. That warning in effect until 9:15 this morning. All right, let's take a look at some radar for you, and we'll put it in motion. We've got to get rid of these watches and warnings so you can see what's going on. This line of thunderstorms, and I'll expand it out a little bit for you. This is what we call a bow echo, and typically with bow echoes, we're talking about strong winds with those thunderstorms. And what I mean by a bow echo is an echo that is shaped like a bow. It's simply that. And what happens is we get very strong winds building in these thunderstorms, and where this bow curves the most is where you see the strongest winds, because those winds force the heavy rainfall and thunderstorms out a little bit, and we get this curve, a signature that meteorologists look for strong or severe wind. And that's what it is, extending from Crawford County into Grant County now, and then back through northeastern Iowa. I would suspect the strongest winds with this are probably just starting to cross the Mississippi into Grant County now. That seems where the bow is its most curved, we'll say. Very heavy rainfall falling over Crawford County right now. There is a flash flood warning in effect for all of Crawford County. I think that's the big threat in Crawford County now. The wind, there probably already has been some wind damage in Crawford County, but now they're going to be dealing with an extended period of very heavy rainfall, flooding taking place in Crawford County now. If you are in a low-lying area or an area that tends to flood, streams and rivers will be rising very rapidly with this. Do get to higher ground if you are in a flood-prone area in Crawford County. There is flooding taking place right now. Back through Iowa, we see that magenta color, which a lot of times can indicate very heavy rainfall, but more often than not, that magenta color indicates hail. And I think we have some hail falling over central Iowa, just to the southeast of Waterloo, north of Cedar Rapids. This is moving in our direction. Probably not a big threat of hail right now over southern Wisconsin. I think there is probably going to be some hail, but our biggest threat right now is the strong wind. And that leading edge of these heavy thunderstorms, you know, this green, light rain, but the strongest winds will be just out ahead of this enhanced area, a mile or two out ahead of the heaviest rainfall. So the wind will pick up very quickly and then start to diminish again. That is known as a gust front. And what happens is you'll get these downdrafts and thunderstorms, and that downdraft will come and hit the ground. There's really no place it can go. It can't be absorbed by the ground. So similar to taking a bucket of water and throwing it onto the ground, it spreads out ahead, and that's where the strongest winds go. They go out ahead of that as those downdrafts hit the ground and are forced forward. So bow echoes are a typical signature of that. We more than likely have gust fronts out ahead of this main line of thunderstorms, which is moving to the east-southeast now at about 35 miles per hour, and it will overtake southern Wisconsin, south-central parts of the state with time, and we'll keep our eye on it. I have a feeling we're going to have a lot of severe thunderstorm warnings issued from west to east across the southern part of the state. If you're north of here, there are scattered thunderstorms. None of these are severe at this point. We'll keep an eye out for areas north of Madison, but the biggest threat right now, Grant County, you're looking at some big wind moving in. Same goes for Richland County, flooding taking place over Crawford County now. This all heading to the east, so you know, again, a lot of severe weather expected across southern Wisconsin, and that will continue. We will break back into regularly scheduled programming in a moment, and we will be on 15-2 throughout the morning hours. All right, we are following severe weather across southern Wisconsin now. You can see on Sky Tracker HD, we have a line of thunderstorms moving through the southwest part of the state, and that will overtake south central Wisconsin. Let's get to the watches and warnings that are currently in effect over southern Wisconsin, and there are numerous watches and warnings in effect for the southwest part of the state. We will look for those warnings to continue as we head through the morning hours.